Hello, welcome back to the further adventures of Hill-Orc fighter Giac, recently of Elivion. Elivilon, I think is correct. Anyhow, this is the exciting maximum vulnerability stage before there's enough piety to heal through emergencies or pacify. Before our Giac has much in the way of consumables. Basically, before superior strategy and execution can build up enough momentum to overwhelm DCSS's difficulty curve. I do not have magic mapping. Maybe it's a good time to review what resources I do have, given how important these next couple of floors are to the character's future. I could start blind reading these scrolls in hope of a magic mapping. It's D7, and I've nothing known above, one stair known below, so this is a very high leverage place for magic mapping, so I think it does make sense to go for that. I should say high impact, because it's going to give me a missing layer in between perilous unknown floors. So how could this go wrong? Could be noise. I think the rest of it is okay. And if it is noise, then I spend more time on D8, which is far from ideal, but okay, so maybe I pick up the wand first. Polymorph. Get my evocations going. Let's see how I'm training here. Maybe do another point of armor, considering how good my armor is for this stage of the game, even though I'm not casting. That's a lot of goodies, inaccessible. Inaccessible. Okay. So I do have a potion 2 stack, which is interesting. I think I'll want every scrap of power I can get, so in case this is lignification, I'll go somewhere secure where I can't be surrounded. And test it. I think I'll have less line of sight here. It was Lig. That's good. I have a defense against torment and negative energy in general. So that helps a bit. Now the question is, do I risk... I've already found teleportation. Do I risk... Oh, I've only got one stack, so I'm going to risk noise. It was noise. Okay. Well, this stair is burned. I heard one hiss. I may as well go ahead and read the others now. Enchant weapon. Interesting decision. I could put it on my dagger to connect more often and get a bit more damage per swing. An elect dagger is an extremely good long-term weapon, or I could put it on my axe to counter getting surrounded and sort of split my focus that way, which is not terribly appealing. I think if I'm going with Elec, it's stronger, then I should just enchant up the Elec for 1v1. Because I'm going to be facing targets that are a challenge 1v1 right now. So I'll put it on Elec again. And last scroll. Fear. I have time, so I can hang out here for a little bit and see if anything shows up. Nothing does. Interesting. Could still be coming. Ah, good. So I'll just leave this debacle behind, hopefully. Or rather, I hope. The hiss of flowing sand. Now I'm within one of a basically cleared floor, so that's good. I want choke points. These tomahawks aren't particularly threatening. I don't want to give up this stair. Maybe I should be stair dancing them down. I think I'll try to hold the checkpoint first. There's the wizard. Pick up the tomahawks. No insight on what he can do. But he just dies. No cannibalism. Ossuary. And a known stair. Great. Well, I'll just head in. No reason not to. I think I can handle whatever it decides to throw at me, so I don't need to take more time. No choice. Wait. Okay. No choices so far. I'm not going to try to be cute about exploring ahead of unopened doors because my stealth is non-existent. So I'll just plow through. Okay, guess that was phase 1. Can start enchanting cloak or gloves up to max. Not sure which is more rare, but I think enchanted gloves are pretty rare. So, enchant that. One could argue I should be enchanting the crystal plate because something better is very unlikely at this point. But it enchants up to plus 14, so I'd rather max out some other slots first. You have to factor the size of a max enchant against the rarity of the base item. So I'm not sure that that's the correct decision. No running now. Wasn't dodging anything. So he put a long slow duration on me. A white. I do have Lig for poor man's RN. Okay, great. Well, Dire Flail, I can't use that. I could. I mean, I could switch to two-hand due to the fact that I'm wearing crystal plate. There's an argument to be made for that. But I think my Lek Dagger works pretty well. Works very well. I know it does. Ellie's conduct restrictions are forbidding random effects, but I'll still pick it up for when I go Beogh. I'm wondering if whether something releases these flying skulls, I don't recall. Otherwise, there's no way to get to them. Stone walls. He's gone. I'll pick up a spear just to have an uncursed one. Unlikely to use it, but doesn't hurt to have it. He does have to do damage to slow me down, but only 1 point. So. Okay, guess that's it. Yep. Two scrolls of identify. That's great. Priority is to identify the potions first. The scrolls will keep. Potions are more critical early on. Curing, good. And I gave degeneration a miss. Every little bit helps. Time to head back up. I do not have brand weapons, so I can't try out these glowing picked up items because they might be distortion. Okay, back up to floor 5. All is right in the world, with no harm done from that 3-floor shafting, which is always impressive to see. Can blind quaff a potion here to pre-buff for a Stair Brilliance. Is not useful, but whatever. Actually, do I want to do triple visitation? Not while I'm very hungry. Wyvern Skeleton isn't too threatening, and I can't evade. Pack to punch. Still nothing to eat. While I'm healing, I can visit the other stair. I'm marked. It isn't a problem yet. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Audible. They're going to start wrapping around. Okay. I don't want to stay down there too long because I'll be pulling more to that location as long as I'm marked, and also if they spot me. If they wander in, thanks to the mark, they may wander back out again if I'm not there. Here we go. Okay, so what's the plan? I stair dance him up, I think. And it's not the best. Could kind of get trapped give him another extra swing. I think I leave. Or I could polymorph. But that could get even worse, I reckon. Although, probably not. I don't have to polymorph him, so I can conserve that resource. So I'll just leave. Gonna lose a ration here, almost certainly. But the mark should have pulled a lot of stuff away from here. So this will be safe to explore. Can link up with the other stair. But I'd rather stay far away from where the mark pulled everything. So I'll explore this way. Very nice. Another point into evocations. More acid. Necrophage. It's not a long-term problem for an Ellie worshipper. Take him down here. Lost 1 HP and I'm sick. No big deal. Enchant armor. Put it on the gloves. More acid. That is underpriced right now, so I'll boost that. Even more enchant armor. This is the infinite armor run. Infinite AC. 27 AC. Sickness is ticking out. Getting a bit close to the marked sector. And I do have 5 tomahawks now, so maybe a bit more in throwing would make sense. But I'm going to start working my way back. Invocations is online. Plenty of chunks now, so I can afford to move to the southwest. Here's an ogre. It's the plan. I've got a pillar there, which I like. Good. Another ogre. Great. Plenty of chunks, so conservative exploration pattern. Go for link up. Great. Eight tomahawks now. And 11. I think it's still fine where it is. Invocations needs to keep climbing though. Still heavily underpriced. Even though I'm only at 1 pip of Piety. Those heals will be big, combined with this AC. Work pack. Want to engage in a choke point. Actually, with the trident, he merits. Merits some tomahawks. Can drop the spear and pick up the trident. Plate armor, but don't need it. Okay, that's D6 wrecked. I think it's safe to say that I've pulled ahead of the DCSS difficulty curve at this point. Guess I'm not totally past all danger yet, quite yet, but getting there, definitely. The acid helps a lot. Could probably just tear apart that D3 vault now. May as well do that before doing D7. +4 halberd. Okay, I don't think I'll regret this. There's no reason to get sloppy about it. Guess that stuff can be for my followers later. You guys coming, or bunch of geniuses? Nothing worth taking there. Now I can convert to Beogh. Not time for that though. Down to just the elf. He's still dangerous. My resources aren't particularly relevant. Except for divine protection, which I can turn on for free while fighting him, because he's not alive. Looks like he really doesn't have anything except a bow, which he's not. That was no damage taken. Already got a cloak, so this is purely a Beogh altar. There's nothing else here I want. Okay. Great. So I think that's a good session. I'll call it there. Things are going well. I'll back off a bit on evocations and keep training Invo focused. Yeah, going very well. Thanks for watching.